Right, this is my clutch of Russo Het Leucistic. Small clutch due to hatch. Just gently separate them there. When they're ready to hatch, they do come apart very easily. Shouldn't be using any kind of force. Just a little bit of a pinch at the top there. I've already checked with the light that there are no big veins towards the top. Tiny blood vessels. If they do get cut, it doesn't matter. If you don't cut too soon, that is. But you don't want to be cutting through a big blood vessel or even a small one if you're doing it weeks in advance of hatch date, like some people like to. Just a little bit of a nick there, and then keep the scissors up towards the top against the shell. A little bit of a V. As I say, these are due to hatch now anyway. So, like many people, I cut just to A, to see what we've got, B, to avoid any possibility of babies being trapped in the egg through lack of an egg tooth, which, okay, it's going to be really rare, but we could unintentionally be selectively breeding those that don't have an egg tooth, and no one would know about it if we're all cutting them, but that's up for debate. Nicked a little, very tiny blood vessel there. Like I say, no big deal when they're about to hatch anyway. They just normally emerge from the eggs and leave those behind. This looks like a normal, so it's Russo Het Leucistic times Russo Het Leucistic, so 1 in 4 chance of each egg being a white diamond, but that looks like another 1 in 4 chance, which is a normal. Possibly it's a Russo, but I think the tone's a little bit dark for that. Russo Het Leucistic also used to be called lemon, and that gives you a hint as to the lighter tones on the markings. Try this one. So we got a 25% chance of normal, 25% chance of white diamond, and 50% chance of Russo, like the variants. And this one looks like, well, it's not a white diamond, I don't think. No, that could be a Russo, possibly a Russo. Lighter tone than the first one. Wow, this is a lively baby. We've been around quite a lot in there. Very lively. Separate these last two, just roll it around gently. Little pinch there to check they're not cutting into anything important. I don't know how it looks on the video, but you've got to proceed really, really gently when you do anything like this. And in fact, I would strongly recommend, unless you know exactly what you're doing, to leave well alone. Just let them come out naturally, and 99.9% of the time you won't have any problems whatsoever. And oop, what have we got there? Could be another Russo, probably. Easy to tell when they're out. When you've got normals and Russo together alongside each other, they're very easy to tell if you know what you're looking for. But inside the egg, one at a time like that, not so easy. And last but not least, this last egg started off with like a window on the side which went really, really dark. It wasn't moulded or anything, but it turned into a hard patch. I didn't do anything to it, didn't use any anti-fungus and all sorts of things that people recommend, glue, white glue, all sorts of stuff that people say, oh, you've got to do this or it will die, you'll get problems. And then of course when the baby hatches fine, they say, oh, that was because I did whatever I did. Whereas scientifically, you need to be doing some with the glue or the anti-fungus and some without and comparing the results. So I've done nothing to this. So if this one's okay, it's because it was always going to be okay, not because of anything I did or didn't do to it. And that looks like another normal, I would say. Again, hard to tell until they're out. Probably come out within a day or two. They're on day 56, and mine usually hatch between 55 and 60 days at about 31.6 degrees. So this, let's say, I think is a normal. There's a little head face in the exit. See the little snout there, ready to come out. You don't want to play around with these too much. You don't want the baby to come out when it's not quite ready. Still absorbing maybe the last little bits of yolk. But none the worse for wear from the little, or the huge, I should say, black patch on the side. So, what have we got? Say, much easier to tell once they're out, but just very rough guess for now. I really think that one's a normal. Looking at the tone, that's the head and the neck there that I'm gently prodding there with the edge of the scissors. I think that's a normal. This one's got a lighter tone to it. I mean, normals vary an awful lot, as do the Russo, so a little bit of a guessing game, but comparing side by side, I would say the first one's probably normal and the second one there is probably a Russo. Wouldn't put any money on it at this stage, for sure. And the black patchy guy is probably a normal. Again, it's hard to tell with just his head facing forward there. I don't want to play around with that too much, just to get a better view. And this is a nice lighter tone. I think that's probably a Russo. So 2 on the right Russo, 2 on the left normal. But let's wait and see.